Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn machine learning project. The project is about will it rain tomorrow in Australia? So we will be predicting whether it will be a rainfall tomorrow in Australia, yes or no, based on the data. So let's directly drive to see how the data looks like. Data we have date, location, minimum temperature, maximum temperature, rainfall, evaporation, sunshine, wind gust direction, wind gust speed, wind direction at 9 am, wind direction as 3 pm, wind speed at 3 pm, humidity at 9 am, 3 pm, pressure at 9 am, pressure at 3 pm, cloud at 9 am, temperature at 9 am, 3 pm, rain today, yes or no, and we have risk mm and rain tomorrow. So this is the column which we are going to predict. So it has values yes and no. So let's get started. So based on this data, we will be determining whether it will rain tomorrow in Australia, yes or no. So that's all about the data. Now directly move into the Spark Scala code. So we will be writing machine learning project in Scala by using Spark on Databricks environment, which is a community edition server which allows you to execute your Spark code free of cost on their server just by registering through your email ID. So I am assuming everyone is aware about Databricks. So just log in into community.cloud.databricks.com and create cluster. Make sure your cluster is up and running, and we will directly open the notebook and attach the Spark cluster. So now we have written imported few libraries like org.apache.spark.sql encoder and date, some import java.sql.date, which is a unique date function provided by Java library. We will write a case class which will be determined as a schema of the data frame. We are writing user defined schema because it gives better performance than the Spark built-in schema, because built-in schema will determine what kind of column and data type it is. So here we have full control what kind of data we will be loading and what will be the data type. So it's always better to write user defined schema rather than using Spark inbuilt schema, because this provides a better performance, and in future if we want to add few more column with our own data type, we can easily integrate in the Databricks notebook. So this is the column names of the CSV file. This is the data file. We have specified each and every column and we have created a case class of it. So create case class os, and we have specified all the column with their respective data type, and we are creating a new variable os schema equal to encoder.product, and we will pass this os class to it. So it will create a schema for us. This is the way we create schema in Spark Scala for a user defined schema. So this is how we will create a schema. Then we will write val osdf, which will create a data frame which will be reading data from schema os schema by writing spark.read.schema os schema.option header comma true. Since our file has header as the first record, we will write header as true, and CSV this path location na.fill 0. So whenever there is a null value, we will fill it by 0. So in this way we will be eliminating the null values in the data frame. So here we will click on import and export data, and from here I have selected weather data. So I will be uploading it, and I have already uploaded to this location file store table weather os.csv. So again I am uploading, so the file name will change. Whenever we upload the data in Databricks environment, it will automatically generate the file name because we don't have any control over the file name. Databricks automatically generates it for us. For example, as soon as this upload process gets completed, you will have a look at it. See, the file name has changed, weather os1. So I will use this file. Since I uploaded it again, the file name got changed, and osdata osdf.show, which will display the data frame. So this is how we will create a data frame from the CSV file. So you can see the data has been displayed. We can also display the data by using display osdf. So you can see data has been displayed. We'll find the number of records in the data frame. So we have 1,42,000 something records. Now we will create a temporary table view out of it by using create or replace temp view function. So this will create a temporary view in Spark data frame, Spark environment, sorry. So it will create a temporary view so we can perform Spark SQL on it. So let's create the temp view. So temp view got created, command has been executed successfully. Now we will select all the records from osdata temp view. Please make a note, this is a temporary view. As soon as you log out from the Databricks environment, you won't be able to query it again. You need to run this notebook again. So now we will see the number of rain tomorrow count, yes and no, because we have two values in this column, rain tomorrow, no and yes. So we will be finding out the number of count. We can check the records. So this is how we execute the code here by clicking on run cell or click on or press Ctrl Enter in order to execute the code. So we got this rain tomorrow with their respective count, yes and no. We can generate a bar graph out of it. So I have selected bar graph and plotted it. So the key will be rain tomorrow and values will be count, and click on apply. So we will be getting this kind of graph. That's all for this lecture. See you in the next video.